I know what you're thinking. For all 12 of you that are subscribed to this channel, it has been over a year. This guy has given up on this whole YouTube thing. He got his couple YouTube videos, realized it wasn't a thing, and dipped on out. You're only mostly right. So, in this video, I wanted to share with you what I've been up to, what's gone on the past year, what led to me stop making videos, and then share with you something that came to mind today that I just thought, you know what, I should post this and hopefully it blesses somebody. So, February 15th, 2023, around that time was my last video that I uploaded to YouTube. That day, I was actually let go of my role. They did a layoff at a marketing agency that I was working at, and so I was on the hunt for a job, and I had debated between pouring into YouTube or pouring into just being with my family and doing the job hunt well and jumping into my new career well, and decided that I wanted to spend more time with my family. And so I was really blessed through that. It was crazy. My marriage is better than it's ever been. I've got better relationship with my kids. I'm more involved at my church. I was just really blessed and encouraged during that season where I didn't have work. It was about 6 months. For any of you who have been through it, it sucked. But at the same time, there were a ton of blessings that came out of it. And I can't tell you the role that I'm doing here on YouTube, but I'm definitely really thankful for what the Lord's done in my life through this season. And that's all I'm going to say about that. So, but I took all this time off YouTube. The reason I'm making this one is because this morning I was in a Bible study with a few guys, some business leaders in the area, and we were reading through James chapter 1. And this verse came up, and I'm going to read the verse, and then I'm going to tell you kind of where the study went. So we were in James chapter 1, verses 5 through 9. And if you know me, you know that I love the book of James. It is my favorite book of the Bible. But James chapter 1, verse 5. If any of you lacks wisdom, let him ask God, who gives generously to all without reproach, and it will be given to him. But let him ask in faith with no doubting. For the one who doubts is like a wave of the sea that is driven and tossed by the wind. For that person must not suppose that he will receive anything from the Lord. He is a double-minded man, unstable in all his ways. So the word that came up in our Bible study, my translation here says with no doubting. In another translation, I believe it said it used the word let love be, or let your faith be genuine. The genuine was in there. And so we were talking about just what genuine faith looks like, being genuine with others, and specifically the genuine with others, because we can think that it's so easy to spot a phony, someone who's coming to you with ulterior motives. And I was reminded literally this same week that I can't control how other people perceive me. I can't, and there are things I can do to potentially manipulate them, but I don't want that. So I can't really control exactly how I'm perceived. I can't control what someone else thinks. I can only control my own actions, and I can control my own heart and my own true motivations. So, and the same is true for you. You cannot control those around you. You can't control your prospects, but you can control yourself. You can control your attitude, and you can control your own heart, right? And when you're not genuine, the only person who truly knows it other than you is God. God is the only one who knows when I'm not genuine, and he's the only one who knows when you're not genuine. No one else outside of you and the Lord can tell that. So why does this matter for sales? So often we approach prospects, we approach customers, we approach clients, and they have this wall up. Some people call this sales resistance, right? They're expecting to be pushed something, so they have this giant wall, and they're telling all these stories in their head that are not true. That, oh, I'm trying to be manipulated, they're trying to push me towards something. All that garbage that salespeople, we get blamed for, or we have people say about us. And I want to remind you that you do not have control over what a prospect thinks. You can only control your own heart. So if you're going into a situation where you are not genuine, I'm praying that the Lord would convict you And that if you're trying to push something on a client that is not in their best interest, that the Lord would bring you to repenting from that, and that you would be genuine, that you would actually be seeking to help those around you, that you'd actually be supporting them, and it wouldn't simply be pushing your product or your solution to whatever they're going through. So there's my 2 cents. As you're seeking to be genuine, know that you can't control your prospect's response to that. You can't control how they perceive you. You can only control yourself, and you can control your heart. And that's actually a lot harder than it sounds. So I'd encourage you, just like James says, if any of you lacks wisdom, let him ask God, who gives generously without reproach, and it will be given to him. So if you're trying to figure out how do you serve your customers genuinely, how do you actually come to them without ulterior motives, those sorts of things, ask the Lord for wisdom, ask him for guidance, and he's going to give that to you, right? Believe it, don't doubt it. And with that, have a good one.